If you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Blessed is he that expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. The reason so many people never get anywhere in life is because when opportunity knocks, they are out in the backyard looking for four-leaf clovers. You can either be a negative or positive person in life, but only one will get you somewhere. Being alone is powerful. It makes you realize that you need yourself more. When you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. If you want to make the wrong decision, ask everyone. Don't look back. You are not going that way. If people took back the pain they caused you, you'd lose the strength you gained. Life will test you just before it blesses you. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. The family you create is more important than the family you come from. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. Our labor preserves us from three great evils: weariness, vice, and want. Think how difficult it is to change yourself, and you will understand how insignificant your opportunities are to change others. Never expose your next step, just take the step. A fish with a closed mouth never gets caught. Be careful how you talk to yourself, because you are listening. Stop thinking you're doing it all wrong. Your path doesn't look like anybody else's, because it can't, it shouldn't, and it won't. The more you know yourself, the less you need others' approval. Do not allow small minds to convince you that your dreams are too big. Private life always wins. Keep it secret till you win. Being alone is really better than being with fake people who pretend to love you. Don't be afraid to give up the good, to go for the great. You will never always be motivated, so you must learn to always be disciplined. You make the best decisions when in pain, because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. What we do during our working hours determines what we have. What we do in our leisure hours determines what we are. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. Courage is rightly esteemed the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees all others. He that falls in love with himself will have no rivals. Sometimes you have to lose something good to gain something better. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Most people stay in the same place for a reason. The things they hold dear are the anchors that hold them in place. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. Your life isn't yours if you always care what others think. You may not realize this, but the people you love are your biggest weaknesses. When you try to please everybody, you almost always please nobody. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. The truth is, everyone is going to hurt you. You just gotta find the ones worth suffering for. Only two things we'll regret on deathbed: that we are a little loved and little traveled. I'm an old man, and I have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Don't think money does everything, or you are going to end up doing everything for money. Set your mind on a definitive goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. Once you realize your value, you will be greatly surprised at what you used to settle for. Don't tell anyone what you think or what you know. Keep your secrets to yourself, because a friend of today could be an enemy by tomorrow. Waiting for change while not doing anything for it is like waiting for the train at a bus stop. By 3 lessons, we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. It is better to take many injuries than to give one. In this world, nothing could be said to be certain, except death and taxes. There are 3 things extremely hard: steal, a diamond, and to know oneself. Accept both compliments and criticism. It takes both sun and rain for a tree to grow. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Don't let new wisdom lead you to condemn yourself over old struggles. Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Respect yourself, because people can see if you don't. It's impossible to make everyone happy, and trying to do so will only lead to frustration and disappointment. Stay away from people who can't see any wrong in their actions, but see every wrong in yours. To reach somewhere, you need to leave something behind. It's best to leave things at the right time, otherwise, you are left with too many regrets and complaints. Distance yourself from people that bring out the person you're not trying to be anymore. Embrace solitude as a time for reflection and self-discovery. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. When you're working for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own. You spend your first 20 years worrying about what people think about you. You spend your next 20 years swearing that you don't care what people think about you. You spend the next 20 years realizing that they aren't thinking about you. Rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The happiest of all lives is a busy solitude. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you, too, can become great. Many of the people you told your secret to have already told it to others. Stop trying to skip the struggle. That's where the character is built. If you define the problem correctly, you'll almost have the solution. Do what no one else can do, and you will become what no one else can become. Someone else's progress doesn't make yours any less. Not everyone you trust will be trustworthy. Stand up and face your fears, or they will defeat you. Sometimes loneliness is the price you pay for growth. In order to love who you are, you cannot hate the experiences that shaped you. Comfort is the enemy of progress. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. You can accept the apology, but you have to remove the trust. When you're good to others, you're best to yourself. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Search others for their virtues, thyself for thy vices. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift, our personal association, which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. At 20 years of age, the will reigns. At 30, the wit, and at 40, the judgment.